Welcome, everybody. Welcome to you, listeners, to Live with Impact and on Conversations with THUMEKA. Today, I'm going to start things a little bit differently. I'm starting with a scripture from the book of Joel. And I read chapter 2, verse 25. God says, I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten. Now, this scripture promises restoration of years lost to devastation, promising plenty of satisfaction. So this is a promise that God is making to each and every one of us, that all that you have gone through, all that you have lost, the trials and the tribulations and the devastation, I am promising you plenty of satisfaction. Now, which brings me to speaking about my guest today on Conversations with THUMEKA. She is a mom, a grandmother, an author, one of the most powerful women that I've been privileged to know from a younger age as well. And her story is one that is to inspire the trials and tribulations and that she has encountered. There's so many people that have heard her story and they still ask themselves, how did you get through it? And she's here to share her story, her journey, and what drove her, the drive behind her writing the book titled Rise Above the Storm. Brenda Ngonyama, thank you so much for being with us today. And if you could introduce yourself to the listener and let them know who you are. Yes, and
thank you, THUMEKA.
And how it all began. So we'll just get right into it.
Okay, nice to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I've been waiting for this time for a very long time. So now it's finally arrived.
It's finally arrived.
And we're here to speak about rising above the storm. How I got to actually get to this book.
Yes.
This was inspired by my journey.
Yes.
My journey of my missing son. So it was one fateful day. It was a Thursday, I still remember, December 10, 2020. I come back from work. I find the kitchen is messed up. What I do is that I'm staying with my son, who has to come. That was just before COVID, because he was an independent person working for an NGO, and then he came to me and said, Mommy, can I please come back? Because the companies, our funders are stopping funding, so I need to come back home. I said, obviously, I'm a mom. That's where you run to. So he came back home to be with me. While we were together, we go through the COVID thing, we shut down, we stay there together, and then came a time for me to go back to work.
Yeah.
And this person that we're talking about is this very, very quiet boy who will be fine with his computer and classic music. You can't get much conversation from that type of a person. Very intelligent.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm back to work. I come back. I see, no, this boy is not doing well. I'll see him and then I'll try and talk to him, try to motivate him, actually. Because years back when he was at Rhodes, he had depression. So I saw the symptoms coming back. And I'll try and motivate him because, no, man, you cannot just give up now. And then remember, a government offered 350 for those that were not employed. He was one of those people who applied and never got it. That made him snap. He was very angry. He said, you see, there was nothing I could do but only to motivate and do everything. Then one particular afternoon, I come back from work. It's a Thursday. When I open the door, I can see Gutsit in the kitchen. He knows we have to keep a clean kitchen. I could see that this guy had breakfast. He had some oats and the milk tub. He just threw it on the floor next to the dustbin, not inside. And then I said, I'm going to sort him out. I'll wait for him. He knows me. I waited for him. 6, 7, 8 o'clock with Haibo. When is this guy coming? It's like he could sense that I'm actually waiting for him. The guy didn't come back. When I called him, his phone rang in the bathroom. When I go to the bathroom, I found a shirt lying down with Haibo. So it means He wanted to wear that shirt, and then he had second thoughts. So he left it there. The phone is in the bathroom. Then I said, you know, kids. I started clearing up. I went to bed in the middle of the night. Hi, man. He locked, and he went away. So in the morning, I wake up. Still, he didn't come back. I went to work. When I get to work, I tell there's a caretaker at work who will tell them, he's a father figure, that, you know what, my son is missing. He didn't sleep at home. And then this man said, mama, you women are like that. This is a young man who has gone out. Listen here, the way it happened, it's just not normal. I said, you are trying to make something out of nothing, man, just relax. And that Friday, I was knocking off at 1:30. Immediately, I ran home. And I left the phone on the table, so that immediately when I open the door, I will see the phone. That will tell me whether this guy is back or not. Got back home, I opened, the phone is still there. My heart started pumping. I went to the securities to ask guys, have you seen my son? Then they said, no. This guy said, no, I don't remember seeing him today. The other one said, I think I saw him yesterday. And then I said, guys, he's missing from yesterday. And then I said, where's the caretaker? So security said, you know what, it's a Friday, so caretaker is gone, he'll be back weekend, maybe Sunday. I suggest you go to the police. Whew. Then I went to the police to report the matter. After reporting, they told me, I remember, I can even see that police officer telling me that, Manje, how old is this person? I said how old was he? 20-something. He said, but that's an adult. Then I said to him, so if it's an adult, he's supposed to disappear. As anyway, you have to come back after 48 hours. Yes, I was so mad. I said, okay, we are giving him actually 48 hours to make sure that he disappears wherever he's going to. Then I had no choice. I went back home. I sat and waited, and then I couldn't, man. I was just playing my I like Christian music. It gives me this, man, to carry on. It was time to go to bed. Now my worries were coming back. Man, this is not normal. Midnight, I think I woke up. I couldn't sleep. I started cleaning, washing, ironing. And then I was typing a message to my sister. It was so long that I decided, no, I'm no more typing, let me call. Listen, my son is missing, Pila is missing. I said, what do you mean is missing? It's missing, like, you know when you see TV, when they say, missing people, missing person. Exactly, let us know you are joking. I'm not, actually. So the police said I must come back after 48 hours, so I'm going there tomorrow. And then says, okay, we'll come and go with you. Then I went to my friend who lives there as well. Then she came and she said to me, I know a prophet somewhere, a crystal, you can go there and find out. And unfortunately, she's going to work. I will have to go alone. And she tried to tell me where the prophet was. And then I couldn't get it. And then I said, okay, fine, I'll figure it out. And then 5 a.m., it's me, I'm checking the time, it's not moving. My son is not coming back. The only thing he took is the key. He was not coming back. And then I called my sister to say, listen, guys, I have to go. Can you please take me to Cresta, to this prophet? My sister said, listen, relax, we're coming. They came with my daughter, went to the police station, missing persons report. We waited, that was it. Long story. We did all that. I'll go back to work and told my boss, hey, my son is missing, really missing now. My blood pressure started rising. Day 1, day 2, and then what helped me was that I'll come back and write down from the 10th of December. I was journaling everything that I was going through. By journaling, it felt like I was taking it out.
Yes.
It felt so therapeutic that I felt better after I penned it down. So I started penning it down, the dates and everything, my boss, and then the next thing, I was called by a sergeant. They told me that the case belongs to Johannesburg police. I must go there. And then I told my boss that, no, I need to go to Johannesburg Hospital, police station. But I'll go tomorrow. He was such a humble person. He took out a car and sent me with the driver to take me immediately. Case was opened, and then there's also an NGO which is called Pink Ladies. I still remember that one. There were two, but I can't remember the other one. Pink Ladies as well. They helped with missing people report. Now my blood pressure is running. It's going up, man. It's going up. Blood pressure. I am trying by all means. I can't go down. This I can't. I need my son to come back, because every day I come back from work, the minute I open the door, I look at the table. The phone is still there. That tells me he's not yet back. I will feel my heart sinking. Where is he? Where is he? I mean, he did not take anything. He went with what he was wearing, nothing. And I remember that December, it was rainy. I must sleep the night thinking, where is my son? It is raining, there is nothing else. Yeah, January, into January, I'm trying by all means. My blood pressure is running. It's also acting. I'm failing to control it, but I have to carry on. One day, I remember it was 20-something January. I received a call from the police to tell me that, hey, please come and view. We found three boys that were in an accident. The other one looks like a son. To
the description that you've given of your son.
The photo that they have of him. They think I must just go to Jimistin mortuary to identify and come back to him. It was feeling. I said, Sergeant, are you telling me that my son is dead? He said to me, I said to you, go and view the body. I respect police, eh? They don't let emotions get into them. He said, I said to you, go and view the body. Wow, I called my other sister to say, listen, she lived down the road from my work. I need to go to Jimistin police station. When we got to Jimistin police station, remember it's COVID time. Get to there, we went with my brother-in-law as well. We needed a man. You can imagine going to a mortuary. Yeah, to view bodies. When I got there, the security says, no, you can't go in. You can't all go in. It's COVID time. Only one person has to go in. We looked at each other. I looked at my sister. They all looked at me. And, I mean, that was my problem, actually.
Yeah.
But the thought of it just, you know what? I looked down. I said, God, I need a strength right now. I looked down. I actually shook myself and said, girl, this is your cross to carry, and you are going to carry it. Yeah. This one is yours. I shook myself. I walked in there. When I walked in there, I found some detectives sitting in front there. I said, listen, I'm here to view my son's body. I mean, they looked at me the way I was like confident, like I was ready for this. They said, oh, please go to that counter. Go to the counter. I found an Indian. Big guy. He says to me, I tell him I'm looking for this person, and he says to me, where were you all the time? I mean, this boy has been sitting in the mortuary for over 3 weeks. They had an accident on the 26th of December. They've been sitting in the morgue. Now it's 20-something December. I was so angry. I said to this guy, listen here, if I knew my son was here,
would I have not come sooner?
Exactly. He pissed me off, actually, because I was screaming at him. And then people started looking. And then he said, I'm so sorry. Okay, please wait your turn. You'll go in there. We go there with my sister. And then I had to go to the toilet because everything was started to run. When I'm in the toilet, I get a phone from my sister to say, listen, where are you? I said, I'm in the toilet. He said, listen here, the security guy felt so sorry for you. Wait there, I'm coming. When I'm in the toilet, she arrived. We went together. And then when we were supposed to view, my sister was never. She stayed by the door. I had to go in. And then when they pulled the thing to see, I mean, the boy did look like my son, actually. He had the haircuts, man.
Wow.
Yeah, one of that clean haircut. It did look like him. He had a swollen eye that was bleeding, and there was blood coming from the mouth. Then I looked, and then I said, no, it's not my son. Straight after that my sister came. Then she looked and then said, no, this is not him.
Oh.
And then I said, okay. Then that was it. I told the police, no, that's not my son. And then said, okay, that's fine. And then the next thing, luckily my sister has got a friend who has got a relative who works at the forensic. Then she asked them, okay, how did you go? I told them that no. I told them that it was not my son. So the police said, no, that's fine. And then she said, no, listen here. Listen, my dear, that's not how it works. You are going to call that police. As soon as they do that, they need to do, what is this thing? DNA to make sure
that is not
because
him. That
is really not him. He's been sitting in that morgue for a month.
Okay.
And there's some bruises.
Yes.
A lot could have happened.
Yes.
But the officer was wrong to say it's fine. He should have taken it further. That is the procedure. So please call him. I didn't want to, I was getting tired of it, but I had to do it, so I did it. I called the officer. I was so angry that time. And then he said to me, listen, I'm so sorry, listen, I'm going to arrange. Are you ready? He said, I'm ready, I've been ready. Then he said, okay, the police from the forensics are going to call you. And then you'll take it from there as soon as possible. Labo, my blood pressure is rocketing. When I get home, I'll run up the steps. There was this particular day, I think after the morgue, I heard before, a stroke hits you when you're sleeping. So I had a headache that I've never had before. It was this side. I said, no, this must be a stroke. I am not going to sleep. I'm refusing. I ran up the steps. I went down. 11 p.m., 12, 1 o'clock, running up and down just to let my blood flow. I said, I cannot sleep because I know that if I sleep, and it was this side, and
the left side.
It hits the left-hand side. Then I said, no, I am not going to. There is no way I'm going to sleep here. There was a point where I'll put my head down on the ground, the legs up, just to make sure that
the blood flows.
The blood is flowing. Then I think round about 2, I must have been very, very exhausted and tired, because I might have sat on the bed and just dozed off, because the next thing it was an alarm at 5 o'clock waking me up. Then I was like, spring out, oh my God, I didn't have a stroke, by the way. I was so happy. I was actually happy because I won this battle. My eyes are so puffed from crying. I went to work. When we are at work, everyone comes in. Brenda, how did it go? Did you find your son? I mean, all those things. And remember, where I work, I'm the face of the company. Everybody who comes in there, they come straight to me. And here you are, you've got your puffed eyes, they're red. You can see that something is happening here. But thank you to makeup, because you puff.
And then you covered it with makeup.
And then you cover it up. Anyone who comes in, the minute those tears come, you run to the bathroom, you cry. You offload, you get better, you take your sponge, you go and sit and carry on going. And then the police, they called me from the forensic. Listen, this is where we are. Where are you? I think I was at the clinic that time. Because when I go to the clinic, sister, I remember that nurse was a man. He says to me, how did you get here? I said, I walked. What do you mean? He said, no, because someone with this blood pressure, we are supposed to be in the ICU.
Wow.
It was 198 over some, it was a crazy, I think 199. You're not supposed to be, you got here, you walked here. I said, yeah. That time, I didn't realize, I was like a moving zombie actually. Because these comments, then I think I came back and say, by the way, yeah, it is high, because I was just in another world.
Yeah.
Then he says to me, listen here, I need to arrange a psychologist for you. There is no way. I can't. They gave me some medication. You need to relax a bit. Anyway, yeah, they called me to say, listen, the forensic, we are here. Where are you? I gave them the address. Then they came to my place. I rushed home. They were coming from Pretoria. When I got home, I received a message from them. I asked them where they are. They said they were just by the garage. I said, no, don't worry. I'm not far away from you. I'll come there. I went there to them, and then they told me they had to read some protocol. We can either, they said to me, we can either go to a lab, or we can do it here, or we can go to a police station. Are we not supposed to go back to the morgue? Then they said, no, there's no need for that. I said, sure. That was one thing that was like, then they said, no, you're not going back to the morgue. We just need, we use the swabs to take it from you. And then I don't have to go and see the body. They said, yes, but cool. Then they said, I can also do it in the car. It's fine. I can do it here. I'm not going to any place. Then they did the swabs and everything. And then they went. And then a day or two later, they sent me a report to say that, no, it was not my son. And that boy was collected by a family from Alex. I was so happy. I was so happy for that mother. I just wished it was me, actually. I wanted closure. I wanted closure. At all costs, I was ready to whether my son will come back in a body bag or he will come back walking. I was ready for everything. And then I was happy, man, for that family. And then I decided every day I'm writing, I'm going through. And then I said to myself, no, I can't carry on like this. I am losing myself. So I decided, because no, I can't do this anymore. This is too much. So what I did was that I had to, this thing was affecting, you see, I'm small. I was smaller than this. There are times where food was not my cup of tea. I was just not there. And then one day I decided, because you know what, I was going through this, and then it'll be people are calling you, they are, oh Shem, you know, everybody you meet, Hashem, this is so painful. It is painful. And then the minute when people, I know they are feeling pity for you, sorry for you, but actually they're making it worse. Because tears are always there waiting to pour out. They just take you back, you're trying to move forward. So one day I made a decision. I said to myself, okay, if I were to be on that wheelchair, let's say the stroke hits me, and then my son is found, and then my son come walking in and then finds me sitting on a wheelchair, what is she going to, I can see him. He was such a polite boy. I see him saying to me, Mom, why are you on the wheelchair? Then I'll say to him, it's because of you. And then he will say, what did I do? And then I'll say, because you disappeared, you went missing without anything, except for what you are wearing, and then you left everything behind. And then he will say to me, but what did I take of yours? You see those things. Our children are capable of that. Highly, 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 highly capable of that statement. And then I had to make a choice to me, to say, listen here, I'm not going to go down here. I want my son. What actually is the other thing that was breaking me apart was that there were times where I will dream about him coming in, because the only thing that he took was the key. So I will actually hear him opening the door, and then I'll wake up, jump out of bed, only to find that no, it's a dream.
Sure.
I said, no, this is the thing that now I'll start going crazy. That's where I made a decision. Listen here, now I need to be back to myself. This boy knows me. The mother that this boy knows, he must come back and find this woman that he left behind. So I know there's so many people that are missing out there. There are so many people that are going through what I went through, what I'm still going through, because he is still missing. I need you to choose you. You're not being selfish.
Yeah.
You are not being selfish. You are actually being okay for everybody else. Remember, this is not your only child that is missing. It's not your only person that is missing. You've all got others. There are other siblings here. There are other people that are here. You cannot just die because of one person who walked away. I don't know the cause. I don't know anything. I'm still hoping that one day, even if he comes in a body bag, I am so ready. I am so ready. I am so ready that when they find my son, I'll be able to bury him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as for me, I need to take care of me. I've got one life, and I can't actually. I can't neglect it, my God. I can't neglect this one. God cannot give me second chances. There's only one chance. As a woman, women were meant to be very, very strong individuals. That's why we're the bearers of children.
Yeah.
God made us to be those strong people. So I get your point. Wherever you are going through a missing person, especially to a child, because a child, you share everything with a child.
Yes.
A husband, I understand. A sister, I understand. But a child is that precious thing that is part of you.
Yes.
That it feels like a limb is gone. Be strong, man. Be strong and choose you. Make sure that you flip. Because during that time, when I was going through and crying, I had so many people crying with me. I had so many people like, shame, we are going through this. Once I decided that, listen, I'm tired of crying. I'm flipping it over. Those people are gone. They're no more there because I decided, because no, listen, guys, I'm tired of crying. Yeah. It's texting me. It is just it. And when we got to a point where the police were not saying anything, the pink ladies, it was a dead end. That's when I stopped my script, because I was writing a script along the way. So it had dates from the beginning, and then that's when I stopped the writing. And then I found e-publishers, and this is where it is. This is how It Rise Above the Storm was developed. And then it's found in Amazon, and take a lot. Wow. So I'll advise people to jot down. Yes. It's very therapeutic. Just write down everything that comes, man. Everything that, it's very, very, it feels, for me, it feels like because my shoulders were becoming heavy, man. They were carrying a load. Every time I would write, that load will reduce a bit. Yes. Yes. This is my story.
This is your story.
I'm still here. I'm still waiting. I'm still rising. I'm still hoping. It's not that I'm not losing any hope, as long as the body is not found. And I believe that as a mom, I think I will hear it. I will feel it. Yes. If my son is dead.
No more.
Is no more. I think so. That's what I believe in. That umbilical cord will give me something. Yes. So now, because nothing has said to me, he's no more. I still believe.
There's still belief. There's still that hope.
Whether he comes dead or alive, it's fine.
That glimmer of hope.
It would have meant, it was meant to be like that.
Wow. Sure.
So God made me rise above.
Indeed, God made you rise above the storm. And if I can just share, at times as parents, we never know the journey or the plans. I don't know whether I'm using the right words, but what we are going to encounter in future. And then I go back to scripture where God says, I will not allow you to be tempted or tested beyond your strength. Beyond that which you can handle. I know we've all been through trying times. So I know with consolation is, okay, if I am going through this particular challenge, this trial and tribulation, God, you said in your word, you will not allow me to go through something that is above my strength. So which means, in other words, you're telling me that I can go through this. It means I can handle this. What is this thing here to teach me? Is this thing here, this experience, is it for me? Yes, it's for me. Is it for other people as well? Because sometimes, because God is so supreme and so divine, his ways are not our ways. And that's one thing that we need to deal with as people and come to understand.
Of course.
His ways, yeah.
And I believe that God is using me.
Yes.
God used me as an instrument.
True.
To heal his children.
True. There we go.
Because here I am, I'm still standing.
Yes.
God showed me, he's showing each and everyone out there that exactly to seal that scripture, to say he cannot give you something that's beyond your strength, that you cannot handle. So when you are in that situation, when you're still going through, it feels like a very, 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 the biggest load, like you're carrying an elephant right on your shoulders. But hey, you rise above it.
You rise above it.
And remember the other thing, use your brain. You can turn anything around. We've got the capabilities of doing that.
True.
It's all about telling yourself, okay, here it is right now. Because I'm telling you, if a human will die because some situations, there will be so many few people that are left behind because of what our children are going through, because what they put us through. So the only thing that we need to do, we need to rise above the storm.
Yes. Okay, so we have come to the end of the first segment of our conversation. And on the second segment, there's still more that I have questions, and we're going to unpack this book. And of course, there will be more words of encouragement and hope to say, in as much as life can throw cards your way, things that you don't anticipate or expect, you will eventually come through it with God by your side.